Thank you all so much for joining. This is our culminating event for our month of fun that we've been holding all month long in honor of Jesse. And of course, today culminates in what would have been his 15th birthday. So really thankful to have a lot of you on tonight, and it's so great to see you all throughout the month on our various events, even hosting some of our events. It's been a really special time, and of course, if you missed any of the events, we'll have all the recordings available on our website. If you have signed up and weren't able to join in, you'll be receiving those links if you haven't already, so you can relive the great moments. And we started off with the salsa fiesta and have done everything from yoga dance and in between. And then tonight we have a great slew of fun things happening. So without further ado, I will pass it over to Scarlett to say a few words before we get farther. And then we will join in with Michelle and Natasha for a tea with intention time, a pink tea. So I'll have Scott say a few words and then we'll pass along to you guys.
Thank you so much, Alexis. Should I just say words over the slide?
Yeah, I can take it down if you want to, or we can see everyone who's on.
Okay, they'd probably rather see Jesse anyway, but I just want to thank everybody for coming to Jesse's birthday party and also a birthday party for Choose Love. It is so incredibly meaningful to me. And so many of you who are on here are volunteers, advocates, ambassadors that literally picked up the challenge, understand the importance of what we're doing, and are bringing it to your communities and schools. And I just can't thank you enough. I am so thankful. You know, for those of you who are unfamiliar and are joining us for the first time, I started this organization following the murder of my 6-year-old son in his first grade classroom at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Knowing that that was 100% preventable, I created the Choose Love movement to offer a solution. And the solution really is proactive prevention, focusing on the cause of a lot of suffering that we're seeing in our world. You know, we're here for a celebration. And one of Jesse's messages that he left for his older brother was have a lot of fun. And we're going to do that tonight. But this is actually really serious. The reason for our existence and what we do every single day is so serious, because when you think about it, who is responsible for the health and well-being of our children in this increasingly complicated and complex world? Who is it? Is it our politicians? Is it our leaders? Who do we blame when something goes wrong? I had to ask myself these very important questions after Jesse was murdered at his school. And the answer is this: we are. You and me. These are the communities that we've chosen to raise our children in, schools that we entrust our kids to each day. We have to take responsibility for what happens in our world, and that includes the safety and well-being of our children. Did you know that this year alone, and we're only halfway through, there were at least 40 incidences of gunfire on school grounds, now this is in America, resulting in 12 deaths and 17 injuries. The US has had 1,316 school shootings since 1970, and these numbers are increasing. 18% of school shootings have taken place since the tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary School in December 2012. Another growing concern is suicide. Suicide is the second leading cause of death for teens, 15 through 19, after accidents. The third leading cause of death of our teens is homicide. We have more suicides than murders overall, and twice as many kids, younger and younger, are being hospitalized for suicidal ideation and attempts in this decade than in the last. In Connecticut alone, we don't have enough beds for our kids in hospitals. And if you bring your child to the emergency room, they're going to wait for hours, up to 6, 12 hours, and then again for days to be an inpatient, to see somebody. This is something that is a big problem. The American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry warns that the average age of first marijuana use is 14, while alcohol use can be as early as 12. They also believe that out of the estimated 20 million alcoholics in America, more than half began drinking as teens. 10% of adults have a substance abuse disorder at some point in their lives. That's 1 in 10. That means that substance abuse impacts nearly all of us, because if you're in a family with someone that has this, you're impacted as well. Actually, mental health disorders are the most common diseases of childhood. Of the 74.5 million children in the United States alone, an estimated 17.1 million have had or will have a psychiatric disorder. That's more than the number of children with cancer, diabetes, and AIDS combined. 1 in 6 children aged 2 through 8 has a mental, behavioral, or developmental disorder. 1 in 6. In fact, 6 years old is the average age for onset of anxiety. We know that anxiety and depression diagnoses ramp up after this young age. 70% of these kids will not receive professional help, so they suffer alone. Untreated anxiety alone can lead to depression, suicide, other types of mental illnesses, homicide, incarceration, substance abuse, and homelessness. Yikes! This is a tough way to start a celebration. You're like, wait, what am I listening to? We're all here to have a good time. I know that. And to celebrate what would have been Jesse's 15th birthday. Well, the real reason we're gathered here today is to celebrate Jesse and the solution that his namesake organization, the Choose Love Movement, brings to the world at no cost. Research tells us that we can proactively reduce and prevent the suffering I previously mentioned by teaching our children how to handle difficulty in their lives, how to manage their emotions and make responsible decisions. It seems so simple because it is. But simple isn't always easy, and that's why we need the Choose Love movement, and we need your love and support and help to spread the word. By being here today, by helping to spread Jesse's message, and by donating, you are actively being part of the solution to the escalating issues we're seeing daily in the news. Together, we are creating the world we want to live in. We can reduce and prevent the majority of the dysfunction we see by choosing love. Thank you so much for helping us in this most important mission. We need your help to create the world that we want to live in. So please, during this fun time, please text FUN 2021 to 91999 to donate in honor of Jesse, or visit our virtual silent auction with prizes for everyone. Every bit helps to provide essential life skills to kids and us big kids too. Now, let's get this party started. It's my pleasure to introduce our Pink Tea hosts, Michelle Greenwald and Natasha Polomsky, Canadian ambassadors for Choose Love, residing in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Can't wait to visit. They formed their very own tea company in 2015, and they have 11 tea blends in the shop. Their teas are all about creating wellness and insight into the power of the herbs and intention. You can learn more about them at Intend Tea Square site. We will post that site in the chat. They created a special I Choose Love tea that is available now. The Choose Love blend was inspired through the events for this month of fun, and they are very excited to be offering it as a fundraising tea for ongoing support to the Choose Love movement. Originally devised in Canada for women to be able to gather secretly to work on creating the opportunity for women to gain the right to vote, Pink tea gatherings are now used for making changes and bringing awareness to our world. What better way to celebrate Jesse and his message, as well as the Choose Love movement and the Choose Love formula. Now I hand it over to Michelle and Natasha to host our very own Pink Tea for Jesse's birthday.
Thank you, Scarlett. We are very, very happy to be here and very excited to the warm America, wherever you are. Yeah. We have been teaching together, Michelle and I. We started out as me, her student, she, my student, and we created along the line somewhere our tea business, and are very happy to share that with Choose Love. And when we were talking about what we could do to work with you guys, it actually became, the first thing was our workshop that we had 2 weeks ago, I think, on raising bioenergetic awareness. And then while we were talking about that, I said, oh, we need tea. And then the tea was born. So pink tea, the tea is pink actually. And the Pink Tea Party, as you said, was a way for the women to, when they were not allowed to be politically active and discussing political topics and stuff like that, that was not a women's purview, to come together and talk amongst them. And when the tables were decorated in pink and frilly and whatever, and whenever the men came in, they just started switching the topic around, which we won't do tonight. We stay on topic, and we, as I said, we created the tea for the for the Choose Love movement, and happy with the effects that it creates. In the tea, there's different blends of, I don't know if Michelle will switch it further. Yes. So life isn't like a cup of tea. It's all in the way you make it. That's one of our slogans. And I have to blame Michelle for that, who came up with all the creative ideas, or most of the creative ideas for the tea, while I took over raising bioenergetic awareness. And the power of the herbs is very interesting, because we have a very dear friend, which is Evelyn Molders, and she has a book that's The Essence of the Herbs. And in that, she talks about the intention of the herbs and what the herbs can bring and what qualities the herbs can have. And we put together all of those in order to fit to the Choose Love movement and to the Choose Love formula. And I think Michelle will take over by then and start talking a little bit more about that.
So one of the things that we wanted to do was bring together ingredients that we knew supported courage, gratitude, forgiveness, and compassion. So looking up those different herbs that had those kind of qualities is how we came to bring the pieces together that you can see in the ingredients that go into the I Choose Love tea. And the second part is intention. And I know that in all of the Choose Love programming is intention. Where do we want to be? How do we want to be there? And how are we going to get there? And when we're meditating, we often use intentions as well. So all of our tea blends have always had affirmations that we can put with the tea. So we put together our affirmations for the I Choose Love tea based on the formula. So I'm just going to collapse here a few pictures so I can actually see. So we have honesty arrives when I take the time to be present and aware. There might be something that's going to appeal to you as I'm saying these. And if it is, then just draw awareness to that's kind of your phrase, because we're going to use them later. My journey is finding gratitude in all the little things that create the bigger picture. When I choose love for me and others, my compassionate outreach offers no judgment or desired outcome. I'm offering the best of me. The other is I courageously choose forgiveness. And then we have a special way that we like to make tea. So on the back of all of our packaging is always how to make the tea with intention. And then you also have the herbs that are infused with it. I'm just going to bring the picture back up here. And we're just going to do a little bit of assessing. So the first thing I want you to do is, if you have a drink present, so it could be water, could be tea, could be iced tea, whatever you have today, because I know not everyone's going to have the Choose Love blend. What I want you to do is just take a sip of whatever it is you have prepared so far, and just notice what it tastes like, maybe what it smells like, and just maybe how you feel. Okay. So I'm going to have the sheet here. I have in the back. This one, you'll be able to see the color of the I Choose Love tea. It is a pink color. All right. So we just want to know, what does it taste like, and give our senses a feeling of before we start. And then we want to notice what's going on in the rest of our body. So we often use this if we're doing yoga, meditations, Tai Chi, how our movements are going to be. That's what we're going to just do, play around with a little bit. So you can notice, what does intention do for your life? So first of all, we have a stress level. So if you go today from 0 to 10, 10 being the utmost in stress, you just find a number on the scale of kind of where you're sitting at the moment with stress. Okay, and just make a mental note of that number. The next thing I want you to do is to turn your head. And if you were in Paula's class for her self-care Sundays, she had us turning our head and checking lots of things through that. So it's going to be the same thing. You're just going to take your head, just turn one direction. Just notice what your neck feels like. See how far you can see on that side. And then turn the other direction. You may notice it's slightly different than the other side. And again, just to see how far can you see. What do you notice about the neck? For those people that work at the computer all the time or drive a car, then that they spend a lot of time in, then you may notice that can be tighter. Okay, so now we need to touch our toes. It's not that we have to be able to touch our toes. It's just, what does it feel like to get down there to try to touch our toes? So you could do that seated if you wish, or if you want to stand up, just give a reach down. Just notice, what does your back feel like? What does the back of your leg feel like? What are your knees? Can you reach your toes? Can you reach your knees? Just see what that feels like. Perfect. And then we want to just think about our monkey mind. So have you got a whole bunch of thoughts racing through your head? Was it a busy day and you've got some lists going on, or you didn't accomplish what you wanted? Or there's some thoughts that you've had towards a project that you're going to work on. Do you have monkey thoughts going on in your mind? And so just make a note of them, and then we'll just come back to that later. All right. So now what I'd like you to do is just put your hand on top of your chest, and then just take a breath in and notice, where's your breath at the moment? So you may notice it might be higher up in the chest. You may notice it's in the middle. Maybe you're breathing deep down in the belly. Check and see if all of the ribs moved when you were breathing. Okay, and just make a note if that's where you are for starting today. And then taste. So you remember the taste that you had with whatever you're drinking for tonight, what it tasted like, and maybe it had a flavor, smell, something that went with it. Those are ways that we can notice, and those ways, when we're involved in things with intention, how we can assess afterwards what are the changes that happen. All right, so let's move on. Whoop. Not to there though. Sorry, to Natasha. That would be what we want to do. She's going to give us the energy ball.
One of the things that we use is an energy ball, and we create that with our hands. And the interesting part is to get the sensation of energy between your hands. So what we would like you to do is just as if you are holding a ball. Sorry, that's the German in me coming through. So, a ball. So you hold that, and now it's in there. It's gonna happen more often. So you just hold that, and it's as if you're holding a balloon. Let's do it this way. I can do that. Hold a balloon between your hands and just slightly put pressure on it, and see if you can feel the resistance between your hands, as if it's pushing you in and out, or if it's harder to get it together. And just see what that feels. And when you have that between your hands, when it can be a tingling in your hands, it can be a sensation in your fingers, it can really feel like there is density between your hands. So the sensations are always different, but you have to find yours. And if you can do that, that's great. Just start with that and realize what comes to mind, what you feel, what There might be a taste related to what you're sensing between your fingers, as weird as it sounds, but please stay with us. You might get a sense of smell. You might have a noise in your ear. So any of that, any of your 5 senses can be involved in receiving that energy between your hands. And when you have that, just make note of it, and even make note of what's going on in your body. What we're gonna do further is we're gonna add the Choose Love formula into that ball. So, Michelle, you want to put it in the middle and everybody just takes one, or what you want to do? Just checking in. Okay.
Sure.
So when you have your energy ball, we ask you to just put it between all of us, as if you lay it, as if you're in a big circle and you put it in the middle. And then you go and you find another one. Just pick one up that's there, and you can do that. If you have to visualize it, do that. Just go in and grab another one and hold on to it. And I don't know whose I have, but it feels different. I don't know if it does for you. There's different sensation to it. Do you get that? So if you unmute, I would love to hear your answers if you can. Just to get a little bit feedback, because that's the greatest thing in all, that we have energy. It's so great.
Natasha, it's Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
Sorry, my camera's off because my eyes are really sore, so they're kind of
No problem.
So the one I picked up is much bigger than mine, and
Nice.
like kind of soft and light, but definitely not like tiny like the one I put in. It's kind of cool.
I think I picked yours up because mine feels smaller.
I was about to say mine feels smaller too. I felt really a big one in my hands, almost like a beach ball.
Well, I did something sneaky. I made mine heart shaped, so I'm very curious if anybody found mine. He said, I be a heart ball.
I don't know whose I don't know whose I have, but mine is about this size right now. Like the one I have right now is about this size, but it's like bouncy. It's like going up and down and left and right in my hands. So whoever was that, I don't know. It's really cool. It's making my hands tingle a lot. So I'm gonna put the first word is, and I don't have to
Compassion in action.
Compassion in action. So I'm gonna put compassion into that bowl, and when I'm ready, it's changing. It's coming down. So I'm gonna put mine down now. So when you're done with yours, when you put compassion and action in there, then please put it down. And when everybody's done, we'll pick the next one. That's the fun part in it. So find another one. It's not yours. It's not the same that you had just now. So find another one. Grab it out of the middle. And is it different again? I see knots. I see some knots.
I got smaller and now I got bigger, and this one's fluffy.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like I love doing that because it's so much fun. So
with this one,
yeah.
This one is, we're coming around the wheel. So compassion and action is what we did first. And now we're going to put forgiveness into this one.
Awesome. So yes, you want to add, and already it's changing. You put forgiveness into this one that already contains the intention of the first person and the compassion of the second. So you add forgiveness to it. And when you're ready to let it go, we're going to put it again in the middle. And you can shake your hands in between if you want to. Just shake them off. And then we find the next one. Ooh, mine is actually getting bigger and bigger by the minute.
I think I got the bouncy joy one you were talking about.
Yeah, probably. So the next one is courage? No, gratitude.
Courage.
Courage. Okay. So when you're ready, put courage into it. Ooh, mine just got very heavy. So I'm gonna put it down again and let it go. And I'll find another one. Ooh. And we're gonna add gratitude to it. And when you're ready, put it down again. And we pick one more time somebody else's. And now I want you to put love in it. From your heart, and see what changes with it. Does it grow? Does it change the quality of the bowl? Anything. Alexis is having a lot of fun.
I know, I just can't stop talking. I was like, my mom said she saw this color. I'm like, I think I see red.
Awesome. So when you're ready, when you filled it with all the love that you have and that you want to share, you put it down again. Clear your hands. And then you find yours.
Oh. I hope I can.
Just call it to you. It will come back. I don't know who filled mine, but mine is huge right now.
That's big too.
And it's so nice. It feels like, I don't know, being held. Like being held by someone, being hugged and being loved.
I got a very happy, relaxed heart back.
Awesome.
Nice.
So when you're ready with that one, I want you to take it and put it into your heart.
And into your drink.
And into your drink, that too, right.
Yeah.
And then we want you to have a sip once this is infused into your tea. We want you to have a sip and try it again and see what changes. Alexis, you got to comment, not just
I know. I do want to interrupt everyone's taste, but I'm going with water right now just to stay hydrated, and I felt more refreshed. And I gotta say, when I got my energy ball back at the end, the beginning, it was pretty big, but it was even larger. And I did see kind of red, so I felt like there's some kind of heart shape going on in mine too. So. Really
awesome.
Nice. Bring it back
awesome.
In. Thank you.
So when you tie back into all the things that Michelle had you do before, like turning the neck and your back and your breathing, just check in with you for a second and see what changed in those actions. And Michelle, maybe you want to call them out again that people remember.
Sure. So if you think about your stress level, see if that number has changed.
Yeah. Mine has.
So if it's changed, just put a heart up on your screen. Just hit your reaction button and just share if there's been a change. Beautiful. Awesome.
Maybe we want to unpin us so we see the whole hearts on all the screens.
Perfect.
And we go for full view, gallery view.
Let's bring the gallery view
again.
Around.
So who was all less stressed? Again, put your heart up. Nice.
Lovely.
That's what we want to see.
Beautiful. Okay, so now if you turn your head, see if you have the same range of motion or if that's changed.
I have less tension in my neck, and I think that's bizarre because the same thing happened when we were doing the tapping, I think it was, or evening, can't remember. Yeah, really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, my range of
Excellent.
motion is like twice what it was, which is crazy. I don't even know how that's possible.
Because you took
Yep.
the stress out of your life.
Isn't it is great? Okay, so with your reactions, if you had a change in an increase in motion, just put a heart up.
Very
All
nice.
right. Okay. So now let's go from there. We did touching the toes. So see if, and again, it's not that you have to touch your toes. What does it feel like to bend down? Did it change? Did your back change from what it did the first time, maybe down the back of the legs or the knees? Did that change? Maybe you did reach closer to the floor. The hearts are up already. Pam and Alexis have results. Awesome. Okay. All right. Anybody get tighter? If you got tighter,
I got tighter.
You got tighter. Okay. You got tighter. Maybe just put a thumbs up. Then we'll just know how many of those people there might be. Okay. All right. So Katerina will select. Okay, Kate's got her thumb up too.
Kate, yeah.
I felt the same for the back. I felt no change there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now go to your breathing. See what your breathing is doing. So we had put our hand on the chest here and just lock in to see where that breath is going and how deep it might be. Okay, so anybody who had theirs the same, just put the thumbs up. And anybody who had it go deeper or wider, put up a heart. Okay. All right, so we have a couple that stayed the same. And then some that changed. Okay, great. And now how about all those monkey thoughts that you had? Have they disappeared? So I'll let you do your 2 ways of voting. All right, Kyle's holding on to a few things. All right. And I say that lovingly. Same to Maria, Alina. Okay. What was the last one? Breathing taste. Okay, so now if you go back to whatever your drink is, have one more taste. Just see if, with your 5 senses if you have more awareness of anything. That time I smelt the tea before I brought it over, which before I couldn't smell. So that changed for me. All right. Perfect. Anybody want to, again, just make a comment, anything that they noticed?
I just noticed it going down my throat more this time.
Okay. And that did it feel good? Yeah. Okay. Just to make sure. All right. So more awareness of actually swallowing. Sometimes we guzzle things straight down and we're, you know, our minds are somewhere else. Yeah.
That's me.
Okay. So what you were able to do was infuse the Choose Love formula into what you're consuming. And you can see how that could make a change for you. And you didn't require anything except your intention, which is fantastic. So the second part is the Choose Love tea is infused with the formula and the essences of the herbs. So if you decide you want to do something a little special and you want a cup of tea that's the I Choose Love tea, then that's one way that you can do that. And better yet is to take that same exercise we just did and share it with a friend. Find a way to communicate with someone else. And as we're all shifting in this, trying to come out of whatever restrictions we have and moving back into some normalcy of something, just to be able to reach out to other people. And when you infuse them with that Choose Love formula and get them thinking about how they're using that formula in what they're putting into their bodies, that can completely change the way that they are thinking about things. So I'm going to go ahead.
Just one more thing. And I didn't even think about that until you just said that. The interesting part is with the tea, you can sneak the formula in without even saying it, right? So you can serve the tea to somebody and then see where it goes from there, because you're creating a different background or underlying current than you would have without the tea. You have already the intentions all in there. You don't have to say anything. You just change the energy by that.
So I think Shreya's got control of the spotlight. Shreya, if you're okay to spotlight me for a second, I just want to share what I did today for Jessie. So one was I made a Choose Love lemonade, and I'm figuring that a 6-year-old would have loved lemonade. So exactly, I know my children, that's true. So I made the lemonade, and the lemonade is up on our website. So it's the I Choose Love lemonade. And so that's got the umbrella in it, because that's the only way you can have festivity, is to celebrate, right? So this is for Jessie. And the other part was I really wanted brownies today. And so I decided I would make peanut butter brownies. And then I decided I should really infuse them with Choose Love tea as well. So I have my brownie squares, I guess, but they were all infused with I Choose Love tea. And so now that I know that the recipe works, because I know infusing tea into recipes, I can do that. I have lots of those, but I had never taken the Choose Love blend and put them into brownies. So now that I know that, I will put that up on the website as well. So, and I will share that. So Choose Love, you can share that along. So I have the cupcakes ready to go here as well. So you can take the blends and you can infuse them right into your cooking. And I know that when we cook with love, it changes the food, but you can also bring that formula in. If you're going to have a tough discussion with someone, wouldn't it be great to make something with I Choose Love tea and then be able to bring it back without having to say a word? It's just already there. So, okay.
Shreya
you can.
And Shannon. Shreya and Shannon said, Shreya said, visit Michelle. Note to self, visit Michelle. And Shannon agreed. Everybody who wants to come up, come visit us. That's a given.
Cape Breton Island is always ready, but it will be tea and biscuits is what will be here. Oat cakes and tea biscuits. Yeah.
Katerina, we have some recipes. Michelle shared some on the Facebook page, and you put some up on the website too, right?
And I'll be adding some more. Yeah.
We actually have a tea book, which is in the package that Michelle will explain about later, or in a second, I think. And there's some recipes in the end too, and there's the other teas described in. Unfortunately, Choose Love tea hasn't made it before we had the second edition of our book coming up. So next edition, the third edition, will be including the Choose Love tea with an extra chapter.
So what we'll do here is I'll just take you to the last page here, and that way you know a little bit about where you can find things. So for the United States, if you wish to order tea, the Choose Love movement is going to be doing those orders. So you can order right from the website. And if you're in Canada or you've got an international order outside of the US, as far as that goes, then it's intend-t.square.site. And when you do make a purchase, we have already designated the funds will go back to Choose Love. So it was just easier for us to do the sales that way. So from Natasha and I, thank you so much for the opportunity to, one, be able to create such a fantastic way to celebrate the Choose Love movement, and two, to be able to share it and pass it forward on Jesse's birthday. Thank you, Scarlett.
That was absolutely amazing, Michelle and Natasha. And I was able to celebrate during the events with you over the past month and learn so much from both of you. This has really been amazing. And it's amazing that the Choose Love movement started with really just a simple concept that you can change your thoughts and the power of our thoughts. We know that our thoughts impact every cell in our body. Every thought we have leads us towards languishing or flourishing, and we have control over those. Choose love. So, wow. And then the intention, and then infusing that intention in things. How cool is that? I want to invite everybody that's on here now. We have a group intention that we hold every single day at noon, where we send amplified nurturing healing love to our now over 10,000 schools in every state and 112 countries. So join us for a little masterclass and for 10 minutes of quiet and just infusing ourselves with amplified nurturing healing love and then sending that out. So thank you so much, Michelle and Natasha. That was awesome. That was a great tea party. And I love how you wove in the Choose Love formula. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sending so much love to you. I'm so appreciative. Thank you. Next up is music from a new and dear friend to the movement, multi-Grammy Award winner, Paul Avanieros. Paul wanted to share a special message tonight. So he sent this quote: "I was recently honored to record the audiobook version of Nurturing Healing Love. It was such a powerful and moving experience that I cried through most of the session." And I can verify that because I was there recording the book. Scarlett and Jesse are absolutely correct. We need to teach our children to choose love always, and especially in difficult and tense situations. End quote. So let the soothing sounds of Paul's music envelope you in love, in joy. And if you've been on the silent auction site, you know that there are some of his CDs that are there and available. Thank you so much.
Hello, this is multi-Grammy winner Paul Avgerinos here in Redding, Connecticut. I recently had the great honor of recording Scarlett's audiobook version of Nurturing Healing Love. It was such a powerful and moving experience. I cried through most of the session. Scarlett's message that teaching love to our children is the true answer to all of our societal woes resonates deeply with my heart and soul. It's the same message my guru Amma, the hugging saint, has been teaching since her incarnation. Jessie is a true messenger angel from God, helping to heal the entire world from the deep darkness of fear and hate and open our hearts into the divine light of unconditional love and acceptance. Please enjoy this opening track from my album called Grace. I won my first Grammy with this one back in 2015. The track is called Grace Is, and the message is that grace is always flowing, and we can receive it if we truly open our hearts and minds in peaceful surrender. May you all experience every bright blessing of grace today and always.
thank you all for listening. We just have one other song from Paul as well.
Hello, Paul Avgerinos here again. Here's another track from my Grammy-winning Grace album called Angelic Presence. It features David Darling on cello. David left us in January of this year after a lifetime of blessing us with his exquisite, sublime music. There are 6 gift bags of my CDs available in the auction, and I do hope that they will bring you blessings of comfort and bliss.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. Sorry about that.
Hello, Paul Avgerinos playing on cello. After a lifetime of blessing us with his exquisite, sublime music, there are 6 gift bags of my CDs available in the auction, and I do hope that they will bring you blessings of comfort and bliss.
Thank you all for listening. I hope that was soothing. And you took some time just for yourself, maybe to meditate, and have some focused intentions. And now we have a very special guest, or I should say guests, coming up. Pass on to Scarlett to do a quick introduction, and I'll hand it off from there.
Yes. Oh my gosh, wasn't that amazing? That beautiful music. I don't know about you, but I felt like I was in heaven. You know, we had Michelle and Natasha talking about intention and energy levels, and that energy level was just so beautiful. I just love that music. I'm so excited for our next guest. I know Jesse would be too. He loved his aminals so much. You know that he grew up on a little farm where we still live. Peace Bunny Island is a beautiful place, and we have such a deep connection already. Caleb's commitment to the bunnies and creating a more loving world through multiple programming for kids and adults to interact with the bunnies is so awe-inspiring. Let's have a lot of fun together interacting with the bunnies. Welcome, Caleb and Stephanie.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I know you've been listening to some amazing music already, and we're just going to let some bunnies hop in the background, and we're going to play a little music, and I hope it just brings a little happiness to your life.
Happiness. Did you catch that, everybody?
So I'd like to introduce you to, this is Maria. She is one of the Sound of Music bunnies that's in our program. And so we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, and ti. And this is the mom. This is Maria. And no, we don't have a Georg. But these are part of the bunnies that are here from Peace Bunny Island, which is a real island on the Mississippi River where bunnies are trained to become comfort animals. And for those of you who don't know, my son Caleb, who's now 16, was in Sandy Hook shortly after the memorial started. And he was completely just in awe of the comfort dogs. And so this is part of the legacy from coming from Sandy Hook. So we just wanted to share some bunnies with you. And we're going to just let them kind of hop around a little bit. And I hope that you enjoy. I'll introduce you to a couple as we go along here. I don't know if anybody likes baby bunnies. So these are some of the endangered rare American blue bunnies that are in our program. And that means there's less than 2,000 left in the world. And so he's just going to nibble on the hostas a little bit, and we'll see if Maria says hello as well. And if you have questions, feel free to put them into the side here. I'd be happy to try to answer them for you. Caleb is at church camp and they're having problems getting the audio and everything hooked up. So he was planning to join us this evening, but you just get mom tonight.
We have a question in the chat. Dee Dee, one of our ambassadors, said, could you share any programs for training bunnies for comfort animals? She has 3 and would love to do that.
Oh, So Caleb's been working with a whole bunch of youth and other animal assisted activity programs over the years. And there's an actual program where they advance from laying in hammocks with people to sitting up on in wagons. And so they have to be able to be pulled in wagons, and then they're sitting up on tables. We spent all of today in Minneapolis schools. And so for those of you who aren't aware of what's been happening in Minnesota, we've been having a lot of challenges here in our community. And so being able to just be with a whole bunch of preschool and lower elementary kids for this whole week. We've done 8 elementary schools this week. And so just letting them have some bunny time and visiting with all the different breeds, making some guesses on, do they think it's going to be hostas, or do they like bananas better, or what do they like to munch on? So we have a STEM curriculum, and the teachers love to give out handouts and talk to them about what makes a bunny, and go from there. And I'm going to get one of the really fuzzy ones. So just a moment. So one of the things that we specialize in are the real exotic breeds. And this is an English Angora rabbit. Her name is Rose, and she was a state fair champion for a couple of years in a row. And she was beautiful anyway, but just having everybody acknowledge it was kind of fun too. You need to scoot back from the camera though, sweet. They grow 1 inch of hair every month. And so they get gentle haircuts, and then that can be spun into yarn and then made into mittens and hats and things like that. So very special, sweet breed. And as you can see, the young ones are just kind of enjoying a little bit of a nap. What makes the English Angoras kind of special is that they have a super fuzzy face and the paws and the whole works. And believe it or not, she just got her hair cut. We just took off 4 inches. And so I know, right? So real super sweet personality, and just like air touching their fur. I don't know if anybody here has rabbits in their group, but I did discover that most of the kids in the schools this week were just so blown away. There were many children who have never even seen a rabbit, which I still can't imagine, but kind of in the concrete area where they live, they just don't have any wildlife or even squirrels. So for them to be able to interact and play with rabbits for, 45 minutes per class was super fun. And just a lot of touching and loving and asking questions, and holding them on their laps as well. And I have another one here. His name is Shazam. We'll see if he'll show his face to us. And he's a rescue English Angora. And a lot of people are like, is that an Ewok or what is that? So come here, buddy. Come on, turn around. So for those of you who can't, here, I'm going to see if I can get him to hold still for a second. He is actually a little bunny. This is his whole body right here. And then the rest of it is just all poof. So for kids to be able to enjoy, and the teachers too, so many of them were sharing how much it was just super special to just spend some time to unwind and just do something different for a little bit. And I think the novelty too of having rabbits versus comfort dogs, that a lot of people may have seen a dog before, when they come up and they just see something that's just looking a little bit different than what they were expecting, or they don't even know that rabbits are coming, like you probably didn't either. I just wanted to see if anybody had any questions about our bunnies. I'm happy to tell you about the island or any other details, but Caleb was 8 when he had the idea to save 300 rabbits that were on Craigslist right after Easter. And his heart was just broken that people wanted disposable pets. And so he was like, we've got to stop this pet abandonment cycle. And he came in and did a Shark Tank pitch to mom and dad. And he said, here's my idea. We'll do STEM education and get kids all excited to play with them. And together the kids will save the bunnies. And by the time he was 11, they were all over the place. And we're in 7 different states doing programs, but our main hub is here in Minnesota. And at 11, he's like, it would be a lot easier if we had an island to train the rabbits on. So he started envisioning getting an island. And by 13, he had convinced an island owner in the Mississippi to let him borrow one for the summer and to test out his model. And so he got investors, and guess what? He owns 5 islands on the Mississippi. The biggest one is 16 football fields long. And teenagers take the bunnies back and forth to the island every day. So the bunnies still live at Peace Bunny Cottage, which is a farm, but then they get to go out and play and have a lot of fun out on the island. And that's where the kids go, and they just hang out in hammocks and camp and hang out on the houseboat and just spend the summer. So a lot of social, emotional learning going on at that level. And then they also share that with seniors when we go into different facilities, and then to places of trauma and grief. So we have a unit that's called the Peace Bunny Unit, and they go to funerals and just spend a lot of time with people who are going through hard times. And so this year, I think, just kind of amplified the need for that. I see somebody wants to go to Peace Bunny Island.
I think we all do. There was a question from Stacy about the difference between service or comfort animals, and can bunnies also be service animals?
So rabbits cannot technically be a service animal because they don't have opposable thumbs to be able to do stuff. or be able to act like a dog. So rabbits are super soothing and lots of fun, but they don't have a specific medical service that they can provide through the Disabilities Act. However, there are many that are emotional support animals, and they can support therapists. So we have another unit that goes into the Children's Hospital and into hospice. And those bunnies then work with speech therapist, physical therapist, occupational therapist, art therapist, whatever. So there are specific outcome goals for those sessions that the bunnies then help to encourage the patients or clients to participate with. So they'll never be a service animal, but I think they provide a pretty tremendous service too. Definitely. And for those of you who haven't figured it out, I'm mom and I'm a little biased. But to see how his story has just really taken off and people connecting with just the animals and the lessons of kindness that he's learned along the way has been pretty significant. So we've been on the bunny journey now for 8 years, and it's been pretty amazing to see the transformation in my own family. So Caleb always says we rescued the bunnies, but the bunnies rescued us right back.
I love that. Michelle asked, how many are on your team to do all that you're being asked to do?
So we're actually expanding, which is pretty fantastic. So because Caleb wrote a book and he got a pretty sizable book advance, he's been able to pay for staff. So we just hired some animal scientists to join our team, and we have several therapists that are volunteering their time and now giving more and more time. But we have staff that work at the cottage who supervise that. And then we have mostly youth who are in charge of the boating and the transport. So it's a team of 35 main families, and then a whole bunch of people who pop in and out. And if any of you are coming through Minnesota, let us know, and we'd love to have you come over and visit us at the cottage. And a lot of people ask, how many bunnies do you have? Because they're, obviously a big part of the team, the most important part of the team probably. And we have several hundred rabbits in the program. And so the big hub is here in Minnesota, and some get checked out to centers and to schools and different places, but many of them stay at the cottage and then they go out for day treks like the ones we've been using this week. But it's super important to us that the bunnies are cared for first. And Caleb actually has a song that all the kids sing, and they invite the bunnies to come out if they want to come and play. And if they don't, they just stay at the cottage for the day. So it's super important to the youth that the rabbits have autonomy, that they get to choose if they're going to participate, and for them to be able to stop participating at any point in the program as well. So just really taking care of God's creatures. And lots of love and fun. And again, inspired incredibly by the work of your nonprofit organization, Scarlett, and how many people are united about love and kindness and just sharing a little bit of joy. And if you'd like to learn more, our website is peacebunnyisland.com. And I could just talk forever about bunnies because that's what I do. But I'm going to turn around this guy again and see if we can show Shazam's face. I see a couple more people poking their faces in on the camera. Say hello. Where's your face there, bud? So here we go. He's just a big poof ball, huh? And for most of our sessions that we do online, when we have two people running the camera, we're a little bit more astute at being able to play music at the same time, but I can't figure that out. So you just get to hear me and get to see some bunnies. But if you're ever interested in having our bunnies join your Zoom calls or just bringing some happiness into a school event or something else like that, this year has really given us a different focus to be able to reach people who aren't here in Minnesota as well. So, and we have 5 goats, and they are the silliest members of our family. So if you ever need a goat to just, you know, do an appearance, and show up in your life, let us know. But thank you so much for letting us join here this evening and share some fun. The goats are hilarious, and we've got some fun stuff on social media. So feel free to check us out. And if you want to know more about this story, Caleb's book is called Peace Bunny Island. And we're just so grateful. It's become an Amazon bestseller. And we have lots of traction because of the Today Show and People magazine. So we hope you'll check us out and learn more about the bunnies. And I think for me, the biggest lesson is that if a kid can dream about islands and saving bunnies, what can we do, right? And if everybody just did their part, how amazing is the world, right? You do your part, somebody else does theirs, and together, not only will we save bunnies, but we're just going to make the world just a much better place. So thank you all for your missions. And it was exciting to learn about the tea and learning about music and all these other different really cool ministries that everybody's doing. So pleased to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. You're right. How amazing, first of all, is Shazam. And I could watch him for hours, but we are all so inspired by Caleb, by your family, by how you've all gotten behind him, what he's accomplished, and through choosing love, really seeing a need, wanting to save the bunnies, and then having the courage to go do it. And he had a wonderful family behind him, which was really amazing. And look at all that you all are providing for the world, all the peace and the love and the comfort. It's absolutely incredible. And you're right. You're so right. I mean, and that's the message, I think, tonight, that we are all responsible for the world that we live in, and we are capable of so much. I mean, look at what Caleb has accomplished. This is incredible. And each one of us has that ability.
Well, thank you guys so much. And we look forward to visiting with you another day. But Caleb always ends by saying, I hope you all have a very happy day. So thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Aw, thank you, Stephanie. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Shazam. Look at him. He's awesome. He gave us a lot of face here. I mean, I could literally watch him for hours. I think you're going to turn off.
Real, yeah, I know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was incredible. So all of you educators that have joined us, keep Peace Bunny Island in mind. And maybe for the advocates and ambassadors, maybe we'll have to have some sort of, I'm thinking a corporate retreat on Peace Bunny Island.
We're gonna do a whole trip. We're gonna go to Canada, and Michelle's gonna bake for us.
Absolutely.
Party, and then it's not too far away from Canada to Peace Bunny Island, I don't think.
Yeah, we're actually gonna have to go worldwide, because I know that we have Yannick, who is our Rwandan as well as New Jersey ambassador, on with us as well. I know he wants us to visit there. So our map is getting a little bit larger, But thank you so much, Stephanie and Caleb. You couldn't join us, but we love you so much. Thank you for that. What a real treat. Justin and the Fern Family Band are taking on New Hampshire by storm. With the lead vocalist only in her teens, she rivals today's superstars and is destined for greatness. Get ready to be blown away and to enjoy some awesome tunes. You are going to be amazed.
Hello, we are the Ferns. This is my dad, Justin, my brother, Quinn, on the keyboard, and my name is Mara. We are all very happy that you guys have invited us to be part of the Choose Love fundraiser. This month would be Jesse's birthday, so happy birthday, Jesse. We picked some songs that share the same message as the Choose Love movement. I hope you enjoy. This is our own song called My Mama Told Me, and we thought we'd sing it for you. change my mind. Leave those worries far, far, far behind. And when you're crying, crying at night, I'll be there for you when you're sad and alone. My mama told me it's okay to let go of the worry. My mama told me to be brave and seek the glory. My mama told me if you ever need a talk, we can walk. Baby, talk to me. My mama told me not to get stuck on money. My papa told me to check who really loves me. And when I'm crying, crying at night, I'll be there for you when you're sad and alone. My mama told me to choose love no matter what. My mama told me not to ever hurt. My mama told me to worry about the things that make you think. So I moved on, grooved on within my life. Got brave and braver and braver every night. When I feel sad, I look up to the stars and think I'm way up there, way far. Ooh, don't change your mind, though I might be a little out of time. I'll find my way right back on the track this time. I've learned to live a whole day of life, and it feels so fine. I'll figure out a plan, I'll figure out a plan. Don't ever forget, we were the best of friends. I'm never gonna leave somebody in the dirt. I'll make sure they won't ever get hurt. Ooh, I'll be alright, be moving on tonight. I'll be taking a wonderful flight to New York City. I'm gonna be somebody new tonight. To my mom's delight. My mama rocks the world, my mama rocks the world. My mama rocks the world, mama rocks the world. My mama rocks the world, my mama rocks the world. Yeah, she's the best girl. Our last song will be Rise Up. We've known this song as a band for a while now. We recently found out that it is also the theme song for Choose Love. So we're going to sing it. Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. And ooh, mountains, we're gonna walk it down. And mountains, and I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the air. I'll rise up, silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll bring the world to its feet. And mountains, and bring it to its feet. And mountains, and rise up, rise like the day, rise up, rise unafraid, rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you. That we have each other, that we have each other, yeah. We will rise, we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise, rise up. Yeah, in spite of the I'll rise or fall sometimes again. And we'll rise up, rise like the day, we'll rise up, we'll rise unafraid, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, we'll rise, we will rise, we'll rise, we'll rise. Thank you, everybody. And again, we really appreciated that you guys invited us out to this. And that's all for us. Bye.
Aw, so sweet.
Wow. That is really incredible. The Fern Family Band. You see what we were saying? I mean, first of all, such incredible talent. The sister and brother and father, and they're doing it as a family. So incredible. I get chills too, Shreya. And that is the theme song for our youth ambassadors. If you haven't seen their video yet, you need to. These are youth themselves saying how important the Choose Love movement is for their generation moving forward. Thank you so, so much, the Fern Family Band. That was incredible. So last but not least of all, we are ending our celebration tonight with a mini concert and slew of songs from one of our favorite artists and the creator of the theme song for the Choose Love movement, my dear friend, and actually high school friend, which wasn't that long ago, by the way, Doug Allen. He is such a dear friend of mine, and he has been such a valiant and true supporter of Choose Love from the very beginning with his gifts and talents. Thank you so much, Doug. Looking forward to hearing you.
And just before we do that, if you would like, we still have time open for our silent auction, which ends later on tonight at 11 Eastern. So you have only 3 hours to place your bids. There's been some really hotly contested bid wars happening. So I'm not sure who's going to get the Choose Love basket and the Choose Love signs. They're already over the value that we put on them. So get your bids in before it's too late. We also have these amazing glass hearts by Jean Gresham, who has her own shop here in Connecticut, and she made them the Choose Love colors. Oh, so creative. You can buy them and also bid on them. And we have some other great items. So I'm sure I'll put in the chat box the auction link. And if you would like, you can also just donate directly to Choose Love by texting Fund 2021 to 91999. And now you're in for quite a treat with a bunch of songs from Doug Allen. So I will start that now, and then we'll do some breaks in between. But we'll start off with of course, our Choose Love song.
Doug's songs are featured in our curriculum and our podcasts. So Doug is really infused in everything that we do. We love you, Doug.
Why is it not staying up there? Okay, sorry about that. Hold on.
Hey everybody, so this one is Choose Love, and this is a real sing-along, and it's a collaboration between me and Scarlett and PJ Pacifico, and we kind of brought all our ideas together. We brought the Choose Love movement ideas along with the big chorus by PJ. He came up with the part that hey, hey, and then I wrote the verses one day after going to one of Scarlett's ribbon tying ceremonies at one of the playgrounds they put up in Stamford, not far from where I used to live. So enjoy this one if you would, and sing along with me while you're at home, okay? And it's real easy. You guys will pick it up pretty quick. It's just the hey, hey part. Here we go. It's all part of us. We can all choose love. It'll lift you up if you let it. Let the healing begin. Don't you turn it up and tune it in and sing it loud over again. It's all part of us. We can all choose love. It's easy to remember where you were on certain days, and how mother's love is never far away. Now an army of small angels, they're always looking down. 26 sweet faces from a small New England town. They're all part of us. Now we're all choosing love. It'll lift you up if you let it in. Let the healing begin. So won't you turn it up and tune it in and sing it loud over again. Come on. Hey, 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 hey. No times aren't always easy. They're easy to explain. And sometimes things just happen. They're happening again. When a group of total strangers come together to be one, build a place for children to laugh and play and run. It's all part of us. We're all choosing love. It'll lift you up if you let it in. Let the healing begin. there's a bigger plan out there. I've come to believe that choosing love instead of anger is the only way to peace. It's all part of us. We're all choosing love. It'll lift you up. You let it in. Let the healing begin. So won't you turn it up and tune it in and sing it loud over again. Yes, and again. Come on. Hey, 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 hey. One more time at home. Hey, 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 hey. It's all part of us. We're all choosing love.
Wow.
But wait, there's more. And my apologies, I switched these two, so it's okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? Doug Allen here in Nashville. Thanks for having me play today. I'm going to start off with one of mine called Take Me Back to the Back Roads, and then we'll do the Choose Love song and a couple that we all know. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Here we go. Song about leaving the big city. Yep. Take me back to the back roads, getting lost in the cornrows, swinging on a front porch swing, do just about anything. I'm walking down a dirt road, I head to the Seminole, with a couple of friends I know. Come on, let's go. It's been a long time since I've been there. It's been a long time since my 17th year, and it's been a long way back to my home crowd. Been a big change, living in the big town. So take me back to the back roads, with everybody that I know, far away from the city gate. Shooting games with a 22, yeah, hanging in the afternoon, and I'm good at just knowing you. We're safe inside, alarm clock is ringing, and so is my head another night, dreaming about the land that I left, waking up early, smelling fresh air, and hard work got us sturdy. Oh, but we didn't care. Take me down to the back roads, everybody that I know, with the homemade pie. Oh my, laying down by the riverside, and a pretty girl by my side. Long brown hair, come on, take me there. Sometimes it's strange, I feel me slipping away, and wondering why I ever came here. I just don't belong with all the concrete and fast cars, subways and push carts. The woods are just too far. Take me back to the back roads. Alright. Yeah. Laying down by the riverside. Yeah. Take me back to the back roads, get lost in the cornrows, in a game on a Friday night. Now, man, that sure feels right. All right, thanks everybody.
A little stuck. I love that. And a little bit of background for our theme song. There is a group called Where Angels Play, also a strong supporter of Choose Love, that has built 26 playgrounds for all of the Sandy Hook victims. And I think they're on their 57th playground now. I just attended the opening in New Hampshire. And Doug Allen attended one of those ribbon cuttings for Jesse's playground in Stamford. And he was so inspired by a group of people coming together, donating time, effort, materials, days and days of hard labor for somebody that they didn't know. And of course, we know in Choose Love that that is practicing compassion in action, and that the reason that they continued after the 26th, looking around saying, what else can we do? For whom else may we serve? It's because all of the nurturing, healing love they give out, they get back. So that was awesome. That was my friend Doug Allen.
And we have some more.
We have more. Maybe one more. He's so great. He has always stepped up to the plate every single time we've asked him. He does it.
Okay.
Yeah, too.
Oh.
Well, you guys finish up. Let's do one everybody knows. Let's do a sing along. Here's an old John Denver song, and I'm a big fan of it. So I turned into one. It's funny how you know, as you get older and you listen to more music and you expand your musical horizons, you turn out to be, actually, I've turned out to be kind of a Neil Young fan too. You learn to appreciate different music, and I guess, you know, once you've listened to a lot of stuff, maybe you want to try something new. And you know, if you listen to John Denver's voice was so strong, and his guitar playing was great, and his songs were excellent. So anyway, I hope you guys can sing this one at home, and I hope to see you again soon in Connecticut. Oh, join me, actually, if you can, and we'll sing the Choose Love song live in New Canaan if you want to do it. Wednesday, July 21st. Little plug for a gig, but it's a fun time. It's an outdoor summer concert up there at Waveney Park or Waveney Mansion in New Canaan, and it's a lot of fun. And if you guys want to come join us, we'll do Choose Love. We'll do this song, Country Roads by John Denver, a bunch of other stuff. So find out more about that. You can see the website up there, and hope to see you guys soon. Thank you to Choose Love Movement, Scarlett, and Alexis for putting this together and for including me. Thank you guys. Let's do one. Here we go. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, flowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. place. I belong West Virginia, West Virginia, where mama wants to take me home. Come on, country roads, I hear her voice, and I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me, the radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place that I belong. West Virginia, oh mountain mama, take me home. That's right, country road. One more time, country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, oh mountain mama, take me home. Country road, yeah, take me home. Country road, one more time, take me home. Country road, yeah. Thanks everybody. Have a good rest of the summer. We'll see you soon.
Aw, that was awesome. And now we just have one last special message to end the night. Because it wouldn't be a birthday party without happy birthday.
Aww. Aww.
We have one more thing to do today, everybody. We're going to sing Happy Birthday to Jesse. Join me on this one. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jesse. Happy birthday to you. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good summer. We'll see you soon.
Perfect way to end the night.
That's incredible. Yeah, I actually choked up on that. That's really incredible. So Jesse would be 15 today and actually should be turning 15. And we're going to make sure that all kids are able to live out their lives and to flourish, because we are providing them with the best path that is a direct path to flourishing. So before you go, I want to express major gratitude to each one of you for celebrating Jesse with me tonight. A big shout out to the Tapping Solution for sponsoring our month of fun. Tapping is an incredibly powerful stress release technique that anyone can do at any time. We've partnered with them to bring this groundbreaking, scientifically proven method into schools to reduce trauma and enable kids to return to baseline and go on to flourish. I actually use it as well for my own trauma. Alexis, the Choose Love Movement Chief Operating Officer, puts her heart and soul into everything she does. And we certainly saw this tonight in this lineup. Thank you, Alexis. And thank you, Michelle, Natasha, Paul, Peace Bunny Island, Doug, and each and every one of you. Thank you for loving and supporting the Choose Love movement. If you feel in your heart to donate, share our resources with a friend, sponsor us, or bid on a silent auction item, thank you. Keep choosing love and having a lot of fun.